Hi everyone, it's Kathleen. I'm very happy to be here today to share with you my finished block number 1 in what I am calling Alfred's Garden, my stitch along. But this is the Alfred templates that I purchased from Lisa Mattock online. I actually got the hard copy mailed to me, and that's block number 1. And let's get a bigger view. This is Lisa's block number 1. And I wanted to use wool as my background. And then I wanted to use various flower stitches. Oh, I tried to sit down, that didn't work. Okay, so let's see the block. I'm so happy with how this block turned out. This is an overview. I'm making all 20 blocks, and you can see here that I have my book, and there's 20 of them, 20 pages that I have already done my bird in. And I'm going to be using, I've done half of the branches, and because I live in Canada, I would like to have there's so many different species of pine trees, evergreen trees, I call them Christmas trees, greenery, green that stays green all year round, even in the snow. So on all my blocks, all the bird wings are done with one stitch. This didn't have really a true tail, so I use this as my tail stitch. And I have previous videos, and the third stitch outlining the bird. All of the birds are done with the 3 different stitches, 3 different colors of variegated thread. Now, let's have a close look. I'm looking through the camera lens, so if I go really zoom out, it's because it's really close. Loose French knots, colonial knots. Oops, actually the bigger ones are colonial knots. These tiny little ones are just a 1 wrap French knots. And I've used different colors of greens and aquas, and I'll pull out my threads right away. So this block is done using elongated chains. Oh, let's back up. I did the back stitch, the stem stitch, back stitch for various different stems, and I went back in with elongated chains, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, and I just layered, or I went up every second branch. You can see it better over here. Every second branch I went up, and then I did those little elbows and then a straight line, elbow and a straight line. Then I went in with my elongated detached chain leaf. I did these elongated detached chain leaves everywhere, and I absolutely love how it turned out. At the very end, on my single 1 wrap French knots, I did these it's a fly. I did the fly stitch in that thick green to outline it like a bud and make it look like a flower. So I'm so happy on how it turned out. Short video sharing my block 1 of Alfred's Garden. And let's move this over. And I'm using, this is a little sewing pouch of mine that I made. And, uh-oh, can I open this with one hand? These toggles are like 30 years old. Can you see how the plastic is very yellow? Okay, maybe more than 30, say 40 years old. Okay, different colors of blues. Blues, greens, aquas. And that's going to be on all of the blocks. So that must be block number 2. So I will be stitching block number 2 next. I wanted to actually do all the stitching on camera, but it seems to take such a long time because I did this as encrusted embroidery. Sharon Bogan does encrusted embroidery, means just embroidery, layers and layers and layers on top. I love the use of the wool scarf, the wool pieces, DMC and pearl cotton, and vintage lace trims. Absolutely love how this turned out. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'm just going to show you the end of my blocks as they are completed, because I think very few people are actually stitching along. So there we go. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll share each block with you when they're finished. Thank you everyone again for watching. Bye for now.